Hello? Oof. Shit went down here.
It has been 10 years since we have been waiting for a sequel to Dead Island Riptide, with the original Dead Island game releasing back in 2011. But finally, we have a sequel, the long-awaited sequel, the long-awaited release of Dead Island 2 is finally here. And we are now in the city of LA, or as the game likes to call it, Hell A. And yes, we're back to being able to slaughter zombies all across the place. And if you're looking for a game that's going to provide you with endless hours of just smacking zombies around with all sorts of melee weapons, this is the game for you. Hello guys, I am Brian Dales. I'm going to give you guys my review of Dead Island 2, and as you saw before, this is being reviewed on the Xbox Series X. So, Dead Island 2 takes place in Los Angeles. It is a brand new setting for the series, and like I said, we've been waiting a very, very long time for this sequel to finally come about. It's been talked about for a very long time, but finally it is here. And I want to say first off, man, the graphics are just incredible. I cannot get over just how visually appealing the game looks, and you're seeing it here. It just looks so gorgeous. It's in 4K, runs at 60 FPS. It's a very smooth playing game that does have some misses, but other than that, I've enjoyed the heck out of what I've played, and I think you're going to enjoy this game too. And I'm going to get into exactly what is in this game and some things that are new. I do feel that this is a game that is probably going to be more enjoyable for those of you that are going to want to play it in co-op, because for me, I think this is a game that you'll find a lot more fun playing in co-op. And with the time that I spent playing, I think I've put about maybe 10 hours into this game, and outside of that, I've had a lot of fun playing it. But let's talk about the characters. So you get 6 different characters to choose from, each with their pluses and minuses. They each have, different starting skills. They're in, which are called innate skills. You can see that here as I'm cycling through the characters you can play as. And the game starts off with your plane crashing, and you get to choose to be one of 6 survivors. I went my playthrough as Danny. I really wanted that critical damage. And even though some of them might have weaknesses, you can upgrade those later as you level up your character. Now, in the game, there's a lot to explore. As I said, you're in Los Angeles, so you're going to be in places like Beverly Hills. There's going to be a place called the Halpern Hotel, giant hotel, which has you sorting through suitcases, if that sounds familiar to you. Like you had to do in the very first game. The combat here is very familiar. I mean, if you've played the first game, you're going to be very familiar with the combat here. Lots of weapons to choose from, lots that you can upgrade. My personal favorite is the slaughtering claws, which basically makes you be Wolverine, if you're a fan of Wolverine. And all of these weapons, for the most part, you can customize. You can make them have certain abilities and things like that, such as being able to catch things on fire, like zombies on fire, or electrocute them. The elements come into play here a lot, because there's water cans and oil cans everywhere that you can grab and you can put on the ground and such to either cause the zombies to get electrocuted, or you can catch them on fire. And if you've played Dead Island before, or if you're familiar with Dying Light, for instance, there's a lot of customization here, which I really enjoyed, the customization aspect of the game. You will absolutely want to spam the pickup button a lot in this game. You want to basically pick up just pretty much everything you find. Even the weapons. But you can see here, I have the slaughtering claws on, and you're literally ripping limbs apart. I do like the ability to grab there. If you hold down the attack button, it does like its own little animation. The one thing that's different though from this game as opposed to the previous games is there is no sneak attacks. You can't sneak up on a zombie and quick kill them like you could in the previous games. I don't understand why they took that feature away, there really is no sneaking of really any kind, even though there's abilities that allow you to walk faster and sneak past them. But I like to be able to take them out without needing it to be like known that I'm here, which is weird. But as you can see here, you can things explode and fires look good. The elements look really good in here with the graphics and the way that they're presented. However, there's one feature in here that is brand new that I've not experienced in any game before, and it's the ability to, as the game calls, slay out loud. This game has Amazon Alexa voice controls built into it, and it's actually a big game changer, and it actually makes you feel like you're in the game. So all you have to do is link your Amazon account to the game. It's in the options as you see here, and you can choose to push to talk or tap to talk, and that's done with the little hamburger button on your Xbox, or I think it's like the start or select button on your PlayStation. And you can tap it to talk or push to talk. And if you see here, the bottom left corner, that little blue light ring lights up. And when you say something like, "Hey, Walker," they'll start coming towards you, as you just saw there. Another example here, we're in this little, game room type bar area. And there's a walker. And you notice how I taunted it, and now it's coming towards me. This is actually really helpful because it allows you to basically distract the zombies if you're trying to get around them and you don't necessarily want to engage in a horde of them. You can also use this for, hey, give me my best weapon, and it'll automatically put the best weapon you have in your hand. You can even assign it to other controls, like to heal yourself and things like that. Now, Dead Island is known for its wide cast of characters, and that is no different here, especially being in LA/Hollywood. You're going to come to find a lot of influencers and celebrities and basically some people with some pretty big egos. And there's a ton of that in this game. There is even a few characters that are here from Dead Island, such as Sam. You might remember him from the first game. That is also in this game because this game does take place in the same world as the other two. It does have very Hollywood feel to it. Like I said, you go to Beverly Hills, there's a level that takes place at a movie studio, which I thought that was actually pretty cool as well. There's a lot going on in this game. I'm not going to give away too much of what happens here, but the story is pretty cool. But I don't think a lot of people are going to play the game for the story. You want to play the game just to beat the shit out of zombies, right? I mean, let's face it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you have you got these skill cards that you'll find, and you can, as you level up and things like that, you can assign them. They give you pluses and minuses, and they allow you to upgrade your character. And there was one that you actually have to unlock the ability to block, which I also thought was kind of weird. I mean, why did you need to unlock the ability to block? Which you don't even get that ability until about 4 or 5 hours into the game, which I thought was really weird. But overall, I had a lot of fun with this game. It's pretty simple, hack and slash. There are some guns, but you don't gain access to those till later in the game either. But other than that, I had fun. There are a lot of areas, though, that you can definitely tell this game was meant for a 2-player experience where you can get very overwhelmed and it can get to the point of being downright annoying. There is no difficulty selection in this game, so you're just going to play on the difficulty that they provide you with, which is just the game itself. It did get kind of annoying, especially like this area right here where I had to basically just figure out how to take these zombies out, and it got just very annoying. And to me, I didn't have a lot of fun having to do that. But I recommend, if you're able to, get some friends and play this game in multiplayer. I assure you, I would imagine you're going to have a lot more fun playing a game such as this with more than one player. But you can see, like, you can dump water on the ground and cause the zombies to get electrocuted and things like that. It was fun. I don't think it's like a 10 or anything like that. I mean, we don't use numbers here to rate. I would say, is this a game you need to buy right now? No. Not unless you really want to own it. But for me, this is a game I would rather just kind of wait and maybe pick up on the cheap. Wait for a price drop. Not a game I would say you should just go and pick up right away. Wait for a price drop and just kind of go from there. I don't know. Maybe I could definitely see us being on Game Pass or PlayStation Plus at some point. But unless you think you need this game right now, go get it. Otherwise, is it good? I enjoyed it. It's worth playing. I don't know if it's worth paying $70 for, but I think it's worth playing. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my review of Dead Island 2. I enjoyed it for what it was worth. You know, it's about a 15-hour game if you just do the main stuff. There is lots of side quests and things like that. But for more video game reviews, be sure to subscribe to our channel. See ya!